match commentary for Ghana and Egypt.
So the second half underway with Ghana enjoying a 3-1 advantage here. So more changes for Egypt. El Mohammadi is on the right-hand side. They've already made 2 substitutions. He has Shikabala in front of him now. Muntari. Nku. Muntari. Fati to Shikabala. Salah down the middle with Abutreka on the left. It's like Walid Solomon, the player sacrificed for Shikabala to come on. Challenge from behind by Fati on Andre Ayew. Apare. Asamoah, fairly quiet in this match, Kwadwo Asamoah, apart from one early shot. Very talented player, Kwadwo Asamoah. Joined Juventus from Udinese in 2012. Described as irreplaceable by Juve coach Antoine Conte. Muntari, can Egypt defend this set piece better? Well, fortunate to get away with it. Will be another Ghanaian corner. Every time a high ball comes in, it spells problems. Muntari's corner. Andre Ayew there. Fati. Referee was playing advantage. Essien, who was fouled, now squaring up to Al Goma. When the draw was made, Bob Bradley expressed his delight that Egypt weren't going to face another North African country, I should say, in a bid to avoid tensions. Oh, a lot of blood there for Andre Ayew. Let's have another look at what happened. Oh, it's the elbow of Hossam Ghali. It has opened up a wound. Already got one bandaged head out there in Fati after his collision with Apare in the first half. And Andre Ayew is going to require similar treatment. painful one, the Marseille man. Essien leaves it for Muntari, who invites his centre-halves to come forward. Smaila and Akaminko. Muntari will wait for them to reach the edge of the penalty area. Ghana temporarily reduced to 10, with Andre Ayew receiving attention. Michael Essien, the man held to account here, for jumping over the top of his man. That was Solomon, so he's still out there. Having problems getting these substitutions confirmed. I'm feeling Shadid has gone off instead. Najib to Solomon, now playing at left back. Andre Ayew back on the field and keeping it in well. Teasing El Mohammadi, the Hull City man. Andre Ayew trying to trick his way past the right back and earning the free kick. Mohammadi, the former Sunderland man, as indeed is the Ghanaian captain, Asamoah Gyan. Muntari's free kick. It's going to be kept in by Akaminko. Nice skill from the centre-half. It's cross from Muntari with the acrobatics. Oh, and it's 4-1. Asamoah Gyan with his second of the game. Sharp reactions from the Ghanaian captain. Muntari did very well to improvise something after Akaminko had played it back into the danger area. And you can't keep Asamoah Gyan down. That's 6 goals in 4 matches in qualifying for the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. An unstoppable header from Gyan. Muntari playing it into the floor. It's set up nicely for Gyan, who got there before Najib, who has been off the pace more than once inside his own penalty box. Scenes of utter delight inside the Babayara Stadium. Ghana have 1 foot in the 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil. El Mohammadi. The Moroccan referee had his attention brought to something by El Mohammadi. It's the keeper who's gone down again with that left knee problem that he's been nursing since the early minutes of this tie. Sheriff Akrami, beaten 4 times. He's actually made a couple of good saves to limit the damage. But Bob Bradley has already used 2 substitutes, so there's room for tactical manoeuvre. Exceptionally limited now. Should Ekrami go off, Sobi will have to come on, and that will be the final substitution. Another look at the 4th goal. A ballooning cross from Akaminko. Muntari made something of it, and Mohamed Najib not tight enough to Asamoah Gyan. The Al-Ain forward, heading home, right into the side netting. Muntari with a couple of assists. The Ghanaian fans are already dreaming of Brazil and how they'll be able to book their trip over there. Well, that is that for Sheriff Ekrami. Egypt about to make their 3rd and final change. Well, it's Ahmed El Shinawi who is the goalkeeper chosen. Mohamed Sobi was on the bench as well. El Shinawi, the 22-year-old who plays his club football for Al Masri, replaces the Al Ahly goalkeeper Sheriff Ekrami. First touch for the new arrival. El Neni. Fati. Shikabala. El Neni. Fati. Shikabala. Put in by El Mohammadi. He looks at Abu Treka. Dowda off his line. Egypt will be rueing the 3rd goal they conceded on the stroke of half-time. Had they gone in at 2-1, they would really have fancied it. 4-1 now. Brazil seems a long way away. Really confident play from Suleiman Tari. Waris. Essien. Gyan on a hat-trick. The cross for Waris. The Ghanaians have a definite edge when it comes to pace and energy. Fati. Butreka dispossessed by Kwadwo Asamoah. Nkoum turns away from Abu Treka. Muntari. He's caught late by Fati. Extravagant back heel by Asamoah Gyan. The ball might break for Waris. Well read by Hassam Ghali. Back to the newly arrived goalkeeper Ahmed El Shinawi. Shikabala. He struggled to make any impression since being brought on at half-time. Kaminko played a crucial part in Ghana's fourth. Too quick there for El Neni. Kaminko, 25 years old, made only one start in the qualifiers. Getting his opportunity with the first choice centre-halves, John Boy and Jonathan Mensah out injured. And that was a trailing boot that caught him. The boot to Mohamed El Neni. I don't think it was intentional, but every time you see an additional slow-mo replay, you do start to wonder. Kaminko, yes, Kirisi, poor man, playing his club football in Turkey since 2008. Every vantage point is filled here. Salah. Good challenge by Muntari. El Neni. Gali. El Neni slow to move it on. Abu Traker to Solomon. Salah beaten in the air. Salah fouling Essien, who was taking a risk there as he tried to dribble his way through midfield. It's getting disjointed. Ghana won't mind that. Taking a 4-1 lead to Cairo, and wherever the second leg ultimately ends up being played, would have them in a fantastic position. Muntari breaks for Fati. Salah. Abu Traker looks for the return ball. The whistle's gone. Shikabala. Goma. Poor pass. Padmo Asamoah nips in. Jan away from one. Can't get away from the second. Abu Traker, who fouls him. No debate about that. Well, on a hat-trick, you wouldn't expect the Ghanaian captain to let anyone else take this, although Andre Ayew fancies a go. Another player like Ayew in the Ghanaian ranks, sporting a plaster on the side of his face, Jerry Akaminko. And after the flailing boot of Mohamed El Neni caught him. Andre Ayew moves away from the ball now. Plenty in the wall in front of Ahmed El Shinawi. Jan on a hat-trick, it hits the wall. At his best, there's a swagger to the Asamoah Gyan play. Flipped off the arm of Najib. There's no way he was going to be able to get out of the way, and there weren't protests from the Ghanaians. Muntari. Well, Ghana unbeaten at home since February 2012, when they were defeated by Mali. 11 matches unbeaten since then. In sequence, they're going to extend to 12 unless something incredible happens in the last 25 minutes. Muntari. Andre Ayew pinches it off El Mohammadi. It's Gyan now. Asamoah Gyan, his shot blocked by El Mohammadi. Rebounds to Muntari. Essien shoots. Andre Ayew running in to pounce on any rebound. Suleiman. By Asamoah illegally. Salah. It's just a throw. Solomon foul. Ghana have worked really hard as a team. They've looked united, and so far they've made light of missing the injured John Boy, Jonathan Mensah, Kevin Prince Boateng, and Mohamed Rabiou, as well as the suspended Harrison Affle. Egypt can just get one back though. With 2 away goals, they'll be up for Cairo. Abu Treke. El Mohammadi, he scuffs it, still might go in. Oh, and it's gone about a metre wide from Mohamed Najib. Excellent chance. This time Ghana struggling to defend a set piece. Akaminko's header reaching El Mohammadi. Najib first to react. Had to run back to retrieve the ball. Attempting to curl it into the corner. Najib has had a couple of opportunities from set pieces so far. And a fault for a couple of the Ghanaian goals as well. Essien will be hoping his club manager, Jose Mourinho, is watching this. It's been a powerful display. Opare burning off El Mohammadi. Cuts inside Najib. Asamoah. An excellent technician. Well, Asamoah finds his best option is to draw the foul from Mohamed El Neni. The Juventus man, Asamoah has adhesive close control. Overhit for once by Muntari. Muntari, like Asamoah, plays his club football in Serie A. Montari at AC Milan. Gali loses it to Asamoah Gyan. Here's Waris. Off his line comes the keeper El Shenawi. Who got there first? I thought it was Waris. Yellow for the keeper and a penalty to Ghana. A penalty per side in this game. El Shenawi feels that Waris made rather a lot of that. Waris definitely there first. We need this angle to try to sort things out. Well, if he doesn't get the ball and he gets the man, it has to be a penalty and a yellow card. El Shenawi would argue that the left hand did make contact with the ball. Montari to take. Ghana, a country that has suffered penalty heartache down the years, notably at the 2010 FIFA World Cup. There's a yellow there for Goma for protesting. Can Montari match the Abu Treka penalty for Egypt? Abu Treka's was a composed finish from 12 yards. Montari sends El Shenawi the wrong way, low into the corner. 5-1 Ghana. This would be a record win for them over the Egyptians. It's gone exactly as James Kwesi Appiah would have hoped. They have blown Egypt away here. Nicely done by Montari, sending the crowd in Kumasi wild once again. Ghana were favourites for this tie. Ranked second in Africa to Egypt's 8th. They have lived up to that billing. Asamoah Gyan encouraged the crowd to make even more noise, and they have heeded the captain's calls. Apare. Here's Fati for Egypt. Well done, Samuel Nkoum. Andre Ayew now. Burst of acceleration to take him away from Solomon. Ayew delaying the pass. Gyan wanted it to the left. Shikabala. Shumela. Nkoum. Asamoah. To Asamoah Gyan. Solomon. Salah. Egypt need to get someone into the box here. That man is Solomon for now. He plays it to Abu Treka, does Salah. Now Shikabala, who has a good left foot. Always rising, though, that effort. He's only scored once for his country. The Zamalek man. You can see why they're finishing like that. A lack of composure from the Egyptian sub. That ball going into orbit. As Ghana prepare to make their first change. Shikabala. El Neni. Abutreka. Salah. Fati. Shikabala. Headed away by Sumaila. Nice football from Ghana. Ayu's pass finds Waris. Waris, too quick for the defence. Plays it off Goma for the corner. You can see, even at 5-1 up, Ghana had 3 men in the box there. Essien, Jan and Andre Ayew arriving. Vibrant football from the Black Stars. Montari acknowledges the crowd chanting his name. Egypt unable to clear their lines. Here's Asamoah, it's back with Montari. The flick on, Waris! Oh, that should have been 6-1. Waris was caught by El Mohammadi after he'd let fly. Fine flick on. Waris the wrong side of the defender. Couldn't keep the shot down. Butreka. Good run by Salah. Salah facing up to Nkoum. Header by Sumaila, only as far as Shikabala. Here's Salah. That Ghanaian substitution can now take place. And the man going off is Asamoah Gyan, the captain. Scorer of 2 goals here. His work is done. He's handed over the armband to Michael Essien, and he gets a well-deserved standing ovation. On for him is Wakaso. Some defending to do here for Ghana with Salah. The whistle is gone. Wakaso, who is on for Jan, moved to Ruben Kazan in Russian football at the end of the summer transfer window this year. Najib, Goma. Asamoah. Essien. Essien with a powerful burst. Waris twisting and turning. Shikabala. Good surge from him. Apari is quick though. Shikabala always looking to work it onto his left foot. He's backing into his man. Egypt getting increasingly agitated. Goma, he's already picked up a yellow card for dissent. Beaten in the air by El Mohammadi. Egypt demoralised, but they must keep going through to the final whistle. They must get at least one goal back. Stand a chance in the second leg of this playoff. And then, should they score a second and Ghana stay on 5, it will be a real tough task for them in the second leg. Well, the captain's armband is moving on again. Or is it? Well, the band being removed was Suleiman-Tari's. Ghana with their second change. And on for him is Badu. And the final change, Andre Ayew getting a great reception on his return to national colours. The reconciliation process completed. And he's had a good game. As indeed did Muntari. Christian Atsu is coming on for him. Atsu, who joined Chelsea this summer and was immediately loaned out to Vitesse Arnhem. Najib, El Mohammadi. Asamoah. Good Traker for Egypt. Soliman. Salah. El Neni. Thought about shooting, played it wide to Solomon. He stands it up for Shikabala to attack. Well, had he had more conviction in attacking it, that could have been interesting. As it is, Egypt cut in two here. Ghana not moving it on quickly though. Picasso to Essien. Not kept in by Opari. Shikabala. Fatty. Nice layoff by Shikabala to Salah. Tried the 1-2 rather than shooting. It's another blow for Egyptian football. Everything has to be put into perspective, though, of what happened in Port Said and the 74 deaths. Picasso. Ghali dawdles on it. Oh, a challenge on behind on Waris there. Some in the crowd felt that Ghana were going to be awarded their second penalty. One Ghana lead, a convincing performance. They could have scored 8 this evening. Egypt will feel they should have scored at least one more. Their defensive deficiencies have been pounced upon by a rampant Ghanaian squad. Dauda. Essien. Some space here for Asamoah. Picasso. Picasso. Asamoah. Flick on by Essien. Badu. Atsu now trying to accelerate play. Christian Atsu. Oh, it's in, it's 6. The substitute scores. Christian Atsu. That's the icing on the cake for Ghana. He scored once in 3 qualifying matches. The 21-year-old who made his international debut only last year. One of a whole host of really promising Ghanaian players. His form with Porto earned him a move to Chelsea on a 5-year deal. They immediately loaned him out to Vitesse Arnhem. Well, that is a glimpse of what Christian Atsu can do. And that surely now, beyond any shadow of a doubt, is Ghana booking their ticket for Brazil. In off the post. Exceptional play from Christian Atsu. An exceptional match from the Black Stars. They have thrashed the Pharaohs here. It's the biggest winning margin for either country in a match between these two nations. The previous record held by Egypt with a 5-1 victory. And might yet be a 7th. Well, this is a performance which will send shockwaves not only throughout African football, but also throughout the world game. Ghana will be a force to be reckoned with in Brazil if they attempt to emulate or go better than their last 8 performance in South Africa 3 years ago. A fair amount of rain pre-kick-off, the rain holding off throughout the match, coming back down here now, but it won't dampen the spirits of the crowd or of the players. Atsu. 5 minutes added time. Final whistle can't come quickly enough for Egypt now. At 2-1, they were in this match. They were in the tie. They conceded a third before half-time. And then second half goals from Jan, Muntari from the spot, and then the substitute Atsu have put the outcome beyond doubt. Badu. The crowd baying for a seventh. It's Badu! Super stop by Ahmed El Shenawi. Badu, like Atsu, a sub, and unleashing a fearsome effort there, the Udinese man. A festive atmosphere inside the Babayara stadium. The only people not on their feet, the Egyptian fans, who'll be wondering why they made the trip. A cacophony of noise in the Babayara stadium, and they have every right to celebrate. This has been a magnificent display from the Black Stars. Bob Bradley, the Egypt coach, tried to switch things around tactically. They did have a strong spell for 10 first half minutes, but they have collapsed in the second half. Shikabala. Oh, a chance there for Abu Traker. The flag had gone up against the veteran forward. Abu Traker clearly the wrong side of the last man, Apari. It's humiliating for the 34-year-old Abu Traker, one of those who won't get another chance to play at a World Cup. Like Goma, the 38-year-old captain. This is Egypt's golden generation. African champions in 3 successive tournaments in 06, 08 and 2010. Asamoah. Essien. Inkum. Badu, fouled by Salah. Well, it's going to take a while to run through the story of the game with 7 goals. Might as well start now with 90 seconds to play. Jan giving Ghana the lead in the 5th minute. It was 2-0 in the 22nd. Maybe another chance for Ghana to make it 7. Oh, Goma put through his own goal after a fine run by Essien. Egypt got one back when Salah was fouled by Sumaila, and Abu Traker converted excellently from the spot. And a minute before half-time, Waris headed home, a Muntari free kick for 3-1. Jan with a header after a Muntari scissors kick in the 54th minute. And then a Ghanaian penalty as Egypt's substitute goalkeeper El Shenawi brought down the pacey Waris. Muntari converted in the 72nd minute. And then Christian Atsu, 2 minutes from time, the sub, making it an incredible Ghana 6, Egypt 1. This by far the most one-sided of the 5 playoff ties in Africa. All to play for in the others. This one has been done and dusted. It's settled here in the Babayara Stadium in Kumasi. The Black Stars of Ghana 6, Egypt 1. Would you credit it? A marvellous display from James Kwesi Apaya's team. Jan, the captain, leading from the front with a couple of goals. Waris, Muntari and Atsu all on the score sheet, plus an own goal from Goma. Abu Treka with the only goal that Egypt managed. This one of the worst evenings of Bob Bradley's coaching career. His United States lost to Ghana in the second round of the 2010 World Cup. But it was only 2-1 then. It was 6-1 tonight. And there is the second leg to come in Cairo. Those fans have a long trip home. The second leg on November the 19th. And barring a miracle, it will be Ghana taking their place at the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil.
Unbelievable. The worst Egyptian performance this century. The last time any side, anywhere in the world, put 6 past Egypt was 23 years ago when Greece beat Egypt by 6-1. 23 years ago. The last time an African side scored 6, or let's say 5 against Egypt was 31 years ago when Zambia beat Egypt 5-3 in Cairo. This is a huge performance for Ghana. They have done more than put just 1 foot in the 2014 FIFA World Cup. I think they've got 2 feet plus half the upper body at that World Cup. At this point, many out in the stands would have been grateful that they were out there for this historic performance. At this point, many Ghanaians around the world will be getting online and beginning to secure tickets if they can, looking to see if they can get the World Cup tickets, the flight tickets, and beginning to look at the hotel accommodation. At this point, the nation of Ghana remembers the last 2 World Cups and thinks about the performances they've put forward at those World Cups and hope this generation once again can push one further, maybe even all the way through to the final. But they'll be looking at, well, a semi-final berth if they can. This generation proving that as far as Ghana go at World Cups, they really are the business. 3rd World Cup in a row coming up. That is, of course, assuming things don't completely fall apart once they make the trip to Egypt. But for a home leg, it's been absolutely outstanding, this performance from the Ghanaians. And, well, I've got a man sitting next to me here, closest to me. He goes by the name of John Pencil. He is smiling as though he was amongst those out in the field. John, you said 3 or 4 in trying to get the advantage in this match. You said 3 or 4. Could you have imagined 6 at any point? And when are you going to start booking your tickets to go to Brazil?
We've already got the ticket because, like I said, first of all, I will congratulate